Good morning, students. Welcome back to your English class. In last class, we have started active and passive voice. I have also given you the introduction of voice and active and passive voice. Today, first of all, we will have just a small recap so that you will be able to recall what we have learned in last class. So, let's start. Students, in last class we have learned that the voice of a verb tells us whether the subject is acting or being acted upon. Then we have read about the different kinds of voice and we have read about active voice and passive voice. Let's see what is active voice. When the subject of the verb is doing the action of the verb, for example, the dog bit the postman. Here, the subject is dog and here the dog is the doer. In this case, the verb is said to be in the active voice. Next, passive voice. When the subject of the verb is being acted upon, the verb is said to be in the passive voice. For example, the postman was beaten. Here, the subject, postman, is not doing anything, rather is being acted upon. So, here the verb is said to be in the passive voice. Now, today, I will tell you the rules for changing active voice into passive. There are certain rules, and we have to follow these rules while changing from active to passive. So, let's start. First rule, the sentence must have object. That means the verb must be a transitive verb. I hope you all know what is transitive verb. You have read in your class what is transitive and intransitive verb. In transitive verb, the verb will have an object. That means whatever the action is done by the subject, the effect will be on the object. Okay, for example, she cooks food. Now when you ask question, what does she cook? You are getting the answer, she cooks food. Here, food is object, she is subject and cooks is a transitive verb. Okay. Rule number 2, the places of subject and object are interchanged. This is very important while changing the sentence or the verb from active to passive. That is, the object shifts to the place of subject and subject shifts to the place of object in passive voice. For example, one active sentence is there and one passive sentence is there. In this sentence, I, here is subject, then later, I write a letter. Here the sentence is, I write a letter and I is the subject and a letter is object. Now you can see that in passive voice, a letter, right? In passive sentence, a letter becomes the subject. That means in active, it was object and in passive it becomes the subject, and then the changes of verb will be there that I will tell you in next slides. And then I here is the subject. In active sentence I is the subject, but in passive sentence it becomes the object. Okay, that means this uh, object of active becomes subject of passive and subject of active become object of passive. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Next, rule number 3, sometimes subject of sentence can be omitted in passive voice. In last class also I have told that when it is unimportant or unknown, we don't need to write the subject of sentence. That means in active, whatever the subject is there, when we change the sentence in passive, when it is going to become the object of passive, we can omit them if it is unimportant. For example, cloth is sold in yards. Now, by whom? It is not written here by whom. Just it is written cloth is sold in yards. This portion is only important. Who has sold? This is not important. This is unimportant. That's why it is not written here. This is omitted here. Okay, now students, one more thing I want to say, that don't get confused in subject and object. Here it is written sometimes subject of sentence can be omitted in passive voice. Subject of sentence means here subject of active sentence can be omitted in passive voice. That means when it becomes the object of passive voice, then it can be omitted. Okay, the sense is this. Rule number 4, always use past participle form of the verb in passive sentence. Whatever verb is there, you just close your eyes and you can write the past participle form of the verb. No other form of verb, only past participle. Without past participle, the sentence is wrong. It is not passive. Okay, for example, I do the work. Now which one is the verb? Do is the verb here, and it is written here done. The work is done by me. Here past participle form of do is written. Okay, done. Next, rule number 5, if any form of be verb is used as main verb, the sentence cannot be turned into passive. That means that sentence doesn't have any transitive verb. Okay, and in rule number 1 only I have told that there must be a transitive verb when you are going to change a sentence from active to passive. Now see, I am happy. This am is not transitive. This is be verb. So you cannot change this sentence into passive. He should be polite. Again, there is no transitive verb. There is only be verb. That means you cannot change this sentence into passive. Okay. Now, rule number 6. In the passive voice of interrogative sentences, we start the sentence with the helping verb that goes with the object. Now, we interchange the subject and object, right? Now when we use the object of active voice as the subject of passive voice, we will use the helping verb accordingly. Okay, that means we will use the helping verb according to the object of active voice. Okay, I will show you when I will describe this individually. That time I will show you. Next, rule number 7, place the preposition by after the main verb in passive sentence. But sometimes we do not use by, we use with, to, etc. after the main verb in passive sentence. See the first example, I know him. This is in active voice. Now when we have changed, it becomes he is known to me. See, this is the main verb, known is the main verb, and we have not used by after known, right? We have used to, because with known we always use to in passive sentences. Now see the next sentence, he sings a song. When we have changed it into passive, it became a song is sung by him. This is the main verb sung, and after that we have added by. In most of the sentences only we have to use by after the main verb. Okay, now there will be certain changes of pronouns. Okay, suppose in active voice, if the subject is I, we write when we interchange, and when I becomes the object of passive sentence, that time we don't write I, we write me. Okay, that means, or it can be vice versa also. When we it is written me, we have to change into I. Suppose when you are going to change from passive to active, in that case you have to change me into I. Okay, now if the subject of active sentence is we, and when you are going to change the sentence into passive voice, that means we will become the object of passive voice. In that case, you will not write we, you will write us. In case of you, there will be no change, but he will be changed into him, she will be changed into her, it will be changed into it only, that means there is no change, and they will be changed into them. Okay. Now, students, we will start changes, or I will describe you how to change a sentence from active into passive. And we will do this tense wise. First, we will do present tense, okay, and the subdivisions of present tense also. For this, you must know the sentence structure that I have given you when I have described the chapter tense. Okay, the normal sentence we write, when we write the normal sentences, that sentence is only in active voice. Okay, that means you have to follow that only, that sentence structure only, and then you have to change. Now, today I am describing only assertive sentence. Okay, I am not describing imperative, and I am also not describing interrogative. I will describe it later. First, you just start from the simple thing. Okay, so we all know that in simple present tense, the sentence structure is like this: subject, then base form of the verb. If the subject is third person singular, we use s or es, and then object. Now, what changes come when we change it into passive? We all know that this object will become the subject of passive, so we have written it in the first. Then, according to this object of active, or you can say the new subject of passive, you have to use am, is, or are. Okay, according to this only, this word only. Don't do any mistake. Okay, don't get confused. This is very much clear that you have to see this word, and then you have to use am, is, or are accordingly. Okay, and then, as I have told, that we always use past participle form of verb, after that by, and after that subject of active voice. Okay, see, for example, in active voice the sentence is Sandhya types a letter. Okay, Sandhya is subject here, types verb, and a letter is object, right? See, this letter becomes the subject of passive sentence. Then a letter is singular, that's why we have used is, and then type, it is types, but the root word is type, and then the past participle form or third form of type is typed, then by, and then subject of active voice, subject of active sentence. Okay, see the interchange. This object of active becomes the subject of passive, and subject of active becomes the object of passive, and as I have told, past participle form of verb, and you must use by before the object of passive sentence or after the main verb. Okay, I hope you got it. Next, present continuous tense. Students, you know the sentence structure. First we write subject, then am, is, are, then first form of verb or present form of verb with ing, and then we write object, right? Now, when we change this into passive sentence or in passive voice, first we write the object of the active sentence, then according to this object we write or we use am, is, or are. If the object is me, and then you have changed it into I, then you have to use I. With I we use am. if the object is she, we have to use is. If the object is they, we have to use are. But if it is here them, you have to write here they. Okay, I have shown you. It is vice versa. Okay, first object, then am is are, then you have to add being, being. Okay, in all the continuous tense we add being. Then past participle form of verb, then by, and then subject of active sentence. Okay, for example, one active sentence is given: she was sorry, it will be is, the changes is made, she is singing a song. Okay, now how will we change? First we will change this. First we will change this a song. That means this object of active sentence will become the subject of passive. Then with a song we use is, and after is we have to use this being. Okay, we have used here being. And then root form of verb singing is sing, and past participle form of sing is sung. Okay, after that by, and then she will become her. She is the subject here in active sentence, and she becomes here her in means as object in passive sentence, it becomes her. Now present perfect tense. We know the sentence structure. First we write subject, then according to the subject we use has or have, then third form of verb or past participle form of verb, and then object. Okay, in passive sentence, first we write this object, then has or have according to the object, that means object of active voice, which becomes the subject of passive voice. Then after that been, been, been. Okay, in all the perfect tense we use been. Then third form or past participle form of verb, then by, and then subject of active voice. Now for example, in active voice it is he has called me. In passive sentence it will become I have been called by him. First the object of active sentence me, it becomes I. Then with I we use have. So we have used here have, then been, and then third form of the verb. Already in a perfect tense, in active sentence also we use third form of the verb only, so it is very easy for you. Called, then by, and then him. That means the subject of active sentence he, and it will be changed into him. Okay, now students, we don't change, or it is not possible to change present perfect continuous tense into passive sentence, or it is not possible to change the active sentence, that means this, into passive. Present perfect continuous is not possible to change into passive sentences. Okay, we don't change the voice of this particular tense. Now we will practice whatever we have learned. Now we will practice. Now what we have to do? We have to change the following sentences from active voice to passive voice. So for doing this, first you have to identify the tense of the sentence, and then you can change it, right? If you don't know the tense, if you are not able to identify the tense, you will not be able to use the correct way to change this into passive voice. So our first sentence is the teacher teaches us. First of all, you have to think in which tense it is written. So it is written in simple present tense, because the verb, see the verb s or es, the subject is third person singular and s or es is added with the verb. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to see the object. The object will become the subject of passive sentence. Okay, this is us. Us will be changed into we. Then with we use are, and then teach, third form of teach or past participle form of teach is taught. Then by, and then subject of the active sentence, the teacher. Okay, our next sentence is the mason is building the wall. Here the subject is the mason, then is building verb, and then the wall is object. So first of all we will pick out the object, the wall, and we will put it in the place of subject of passive sentence. Then with wall, the wall, we will use is. Then it is continuous tense, so we will use being, being, being. Then we have to think the past participle form of the verb build. Past participle form of build is built. And then we will add by, and then the subject of active sentence, the mason. Okay, next sentence, he has written a poem. See here, has, and then past participle form of verb write is written here. That means this is in perfect tense, present perfect tense. Okay, so what we have to do, first of all we have to see the object, a poem. Then we will put it in the place of subject in passive sentence. Then with the poem, a poem, with the subject a poem, we will add has. Then as it is perfect tense, we will use been after has. Then written, past participle form of verb, then by, and then subject of active voice, it is here he, we will change it into him. Okay, so this is an exercise for you. Now you have to practice it on your own, then only you will be able to do this, or you will be able to learn it properly. Okay, I'm reading it out for you. What you have to do, you have to turn the following sentences from the active voice to the passive voice. First sentence is, I see a dark cloud. Second, I have sold my bicycle. Third, they sell radios. Fourth, the police is investigating the case. Fifth, the children are cleaning the house. Sixth, the chairman has called off the meeting. Seventh, someone has stolen my suitcase. Eighth, she is reading a novel. Ninth, Reba is singing a song. And tenth, my mother speaks English. Okay, you have to change these sentences into passive voice. You will also get one PDF, and from there also you will solve, or from there also you will get more exercise, you have to solve them. Okay, so thank you all of you. In my next video I will tell you, or I will describe you how to change past tense, the subdivisions of past tense, that means the sentences of simple past, past continuous, into passive voice. Okay, and one more thing, already I have told that we don't change the voice of present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so wait for the next video and do the given exercise. Thank you, have a nice day.